Hey guys, it's ShippedTipz, and today I'm doing a Snorlax nail set featuring some earthy elements like flowers, water, and leaves. This blue is the ombre I'm thinking to mimic the painted scene that's going to be the background of most of these nails. Then I'll have a 3D Snorlax. Well, both of them will be 3D. I said pink because that's what I originally thought, but I ended up changing it to 3D because I have other elements that I would rather paint. But I was talking about I didn't know how to incorporate the Ghibli Pokemon together. But that duck nail is essentially how I'm thinking about piecing everything together. And this clear nail photo, I'm thinking about using the pearls and the flowers from that. So after I did a once over of all my references, I'm just gonna go in and sketch what I know, like my Snorlaxes and where I want them to be, so I don't accidentally make a mistake and put a design on the wrong nail. Now I'm just coloring my background. My background's gonna be more of a teal, kind of like how you see in the Snorlax in the corner. It showed up a lot lighter blue on here than it did on the tab that I was using. But I only have so many colors, so it's not too big a deal. I went around to show like the airbrush look that it's gonna have when I do the ombre design. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with this green for the background. There's no like specific pattern or specific photo I'm using. It's just kind of random splotches everywhere with some flowers and some sparkles and some ripples. I'm adding the ripples now to give it a water effect. I don't really know exactly how I'm going to execute that. I've done ripples with the 3D art gel, but I've never like painted ripples, and I still don't know if I'm going to do ripples on top of the nail like with the 3D art, or if they're just going to be strictly painted. I have to get that a little bit more thought and maybe do a little bit workshopping on that, because I don't really know how it's going to work out. I haven't really done a painted nail like this before, well, not that I remember, so this is definitely going to be a bit of a learning curve. For my pinky nail, which I'm going to end up switching with my thumb later in the video, but for this nail, I'm just doing a cute little Snorlax peeking on the side of the corner. I decided to switch it because first of all, the pinky nail is really small, and I feel like for a picture like this, I would want it to be really seen. So I put it on a bigger nail. For the two flowers on the pinky nail, I'm just showing myself what kind of flowers I want to do. For the pointer finger, I'm using this pink flower that's in my middle photo. It's going to essentially be the same with the pearl in the middle, the same look of that flower. It's going to have a painted background just like the ring finger and ripples as well. A lot of this design was me just kind of trying out a bunch of different things because I've never seen nails done like this before. So I'm just trying to think about how I can incorporate enough of Snorlax so that it doesn't look like I just threw him on these nails. I want him to be kind of like incorporated in the environment. So I was thinking like footprints around the nail, but to me that ended up looking kind of weird. So essentially what I'm going to do instead is have that same earthy background, but put the footprints on top, like bigger, so it's like walking on the nail. See, now I'm adding those little footprints, which I'm probably gonna redo. For his feet, I can't tell if it's 3 toes or 4 toes, because depending on whichever picture you see on the internet, you'll see either one. So I gotta do some like further research to see just how many toes he actually has. But now I'm moving over to the pinky and I'm just filling it in. Snorlax kind of has like a dark teal color, where it's like a grayish blue green kind of vibe. The pinky design is going to be painted, unlike the middle, which is going to be a 3D version of him. Now I'm just painting in the middle finger. For the pointer finger, I still don't really know. Like, obviously it looks like I have an idea, but I'm not going to be able to do a 3D flower and the ripple footprints like that, or it's going to end up looking really weird. And I don't want the nail to be super thick because I'm trying to do too much. So the pointer I'll end up workshopping. I mean, I might end up just making that flower just painted. Now for the thumb, I was thinking just a simple little footprint, like a picture of his foot with the same aesthetic, the flowers, the leaves, the ripples, the same vibe. But remember, I'm switching the thumb design and the pinky design. So Snorlax will be on the thumb and his lovely little foot design will be on the pinky finger. Adding little details, little sparkles. I saw this, like the star sparkles in the duck picture, and I really wanted to incorporate that because it looks really cute. I also have these weird little gems where they're like kind of like these reflective little flowers. If I remember, I'll show y'all in my next video. But I've been trying to figure out a way to use them because they're really cute. It's kind of like giving like mosaic pieces. But I'm not really sure how to incorporate that in like a nail design without it looking so much like broken shards just on the nails. Now I'm just doing my final notes because I didn't realize that it wasn't mirroring anymore. And I don't know why, because I don't remember turning it off. I think somehow I flipped the canvas. But until then, this is my final design, my final set. I will be posting the Snorlax video, the completed video of me doing the Snorlax nails. I will post that on Sunday. I don't have a specific time, but just keep a lookout on Sunday. Thank you guys for watching. As always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe and go ahead and leave a comment. And thank you for watching. Bye, y'all.